Should you use a writer's workshop in your middle school classroom? Will it help your students stay engaged? How about those test scores? Will they improve? In this video, I'm going to talk about why you should use a writer's workshop in your classroom, even if your students dread writing, even if reading scores need to improve, even if writing every day is not on your curriculum map. Hey, middle school teachers, I'm Kathy Harsh. Welcome to Teach to Write, where I help you help your students become better writers, and you get to keep your sanity at the same time. So in your classroom, you always have to balance that student engagement as well as trying to help bring up the test scores. And we can bring those two things together when we use a writer's workshop approach. So let's tackle that first question. Are students engaged in a writing workshop? Actually, they are, because they become the focus of everything that you do. You give them voice, you give them choice, and you give them time to do writing that interests them. But how do you fit in that other stuff as well? I'll be talking about that as well. When you put students first and they know that you're putting them first and you call them writers, they tend to be a lot more engaged. This doesn't mean that you throw out your curriculum map and throw away the standards and forget about the state tests that you might have to take. No, actually, you're getting them better prepared for it. Building relationships with your students, discovering their strengths, and giving them strategies to meet their academic challenges. It means using the state standards and curriculum map as a guide, but learning what your students' needs are and delivering that first. They'll be more successful when they tackle those standards, especially on those state tests. Students who know that you care about what they think about their learning process are more likely to try new strategies, more likely to care about their assignments and grades, and more likely to learn about things they never knew existed or cared to know about before. Will you hit that high level of engagement every single time you teach? Nope, not even close. But you will have enthusiastic learners. You will have students who want to come into your classroom every single day. Now let's go on to question number 2. Will writing a workshop help improve reading scores? Now, this is where I kind of did some research to try to find out if there was any empirical evidence for that. Unfortunately, there's not, because most reading tests now also include writing tests as well. So trying to differentiate the two of them makes it kind of difficult. Individually, I have seen this happen, and students improve moving sometimes 2 or 3 levels above where they were from the year before. In my research, I did find a university study done in April of 2019 by several universities. I'll put the link down below in the description box for you. This concluded that writing programs that produced good outcomes used cooperative learning, gave students step-by-step guides to writing in various genres, integrated both writing and reading activities, taught writing conventions explicitly, but in the context of creative writing, empowered students through self and peer assessment and feedback, taught teachers strategies to get students motivated to write and enjoy self-expression, and provides extensive professional development to teachers in which they themselves experience the writing strategies that they employ. I especially liked that last point because that's what I do here at Teach to Write. I want to give you those professional opportunities to learn more about different strategies you can use to help your students with writing. I also like that last part because when I write with my students and I struggle along with them, they learn a lot more, and so do I. Sometimes when I'm struggling, I'll ask them, what strategy could I use here? What's something that we've learned before that I could apply here? And students will give me those strategies back once they've learned them. Also, on that last point about providing teachers with professional development, that's what I'm here for at Teach to Write, to help you and support you while you're teaching writing to your middle school students. I can provide free content here. I also have resources that are on my Teachers Pay Teachers store. I also have my website at teachtowrite.com. The Writer's Workshop approach that I employ and that you'll hear about on this channel actually has all of those things that are on the study. And I was kind of shocked by that I actually didn't realize that I hit every single one of those points, because that is exactly how I teach and how I use Writer's Workshop in my own classroom. And I'm really excited to be able to share that with you. Hey there, it's me from the future. Well, not exactly. It's more like yesterday, but I wanted to ask you, how do you use Writing Workshop in your ELA course? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, Writer's Workshop has a lot of moving parts, but the next video tells you how to use that Writing Workshop time. Click here to watch it next.